We are recording.
Hello, my name is Christian Anderson, and I'm here to present an informative speech about the ways people tell stories. Throughout history, humans have used storytelling as a method to share ideas, communicate information. While there are many different ways to get a story across, two of the most common in modern times are books and movies. Although serving as vehicles for storytelling illustrates one of the several similarities between books and movies, the differences can be easier to recognize and discuss. Books and movies differ significantly in how they convey the same story. For example, movies tend to emphasize particularly inhumane situation while also leaving out or adding certain scenes for dramatic and timing purposes. The Shining, for example, presents two very different versions of the same story, from book to movie adaptation. One of the characteristics of books is authors can usually develop a scene or character for as long as they deem necessary. However, according to Statistica.com, the most watched movies of 2022 clocked in at under 2 hours and 30 minutes. This means that to be competitive in this means that to be competitive time-wise in film, the movie needs to be around 2 hours. So the producers do not really have an unlimited amount of time to tell the same story. The Shining, no pun intended, offers a shining example of this, as many of the details of the lead character's Jack Torrance's backstory are cut out for pacing. Gone are the details of the lead character's alcoholic father, Torrance's history of abuse, and the fact that he's struggling to get off beer for the sake of his family. And the fact that he is struggling to get off beer for the sake of his family is reduced to only a throwaway line in the movie. However, audiences get a depiction of Jack Torrance that, while far less sympathetic, is infinitely more intimidating, as director Stanley Kubrick uses the visual medium of film to convey Torrance's slow but devastating descent into madness. Rather than using internal monologues to convey Jack Torrance's anger at a given situation, viewers are treated to Jack Nicholson's masterful acting and Stanley Kubrick's brilliant direction. Torrance's anger is portrayed through death stares of Jack Nicholson rather than lengthy explanations of Stephen King. As a result, this results in a movie that Stephen King himself said was made to hurt people. Another adaptation that conveys the difference between film and book and how stories are told is Pushed by Sapphire and its big screen adaptation Precious. Well, at its core, the story's key plot points remain the same from book to movie. The audience experiences a critical differences in how the main character's life is portrayed. Many big budget film releases, especially adaptations, are to generate mass amounts of money. As such, they try to appeal to the largest amount of people possible. Although the book Push and Precious and the movie Precious tell dark and grimy stories, the book goes even further in conveying the sexual abuse of the main character at the hands of her mother, Mary. The nominal character in the movie and main character in Push, Precious, suffers greatly at the hands of her mother. In both adaptations, the lead heroine's mother is portrayed as disgusting, repugnant, and a pathetic excuse of a human being. In the book, audience must endure Mary constantly beating and berating Precious. However, in the book, Precious is further degraded by her mother's sexual abuse. To appeal to as many people as possible, filmmakers likely excluded this scene because rape and sexual assault are shame inducing and uncomfortable in any circumstances, is more so at the hands of a mother. While the movie still touches on these issues, there are no graphic scenes shown. Books, in a sense, do not have this sort of limitation, as they generally appeal to a more discerning audience. Books and movies are enjoyed by millions of people every day for different reasons. People want to read and visualize for themselves sometimes. A person wants to be transported to another world in a movie. It is for these differences that people like them. If a person wanted a quick getaway, select a movie. However, if a person seeks a detailed account, perhaps go for a book. Either one will probably be entertaining and teach that person something new.
That's